I'm so good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. Working. What is your normal work day like between being a mom and you hosting the show and doing the voice? Like, what is it? When do you wake up? When do you go to bed?
I wake up anywhere from 6 to 6:30, and then I get off work at I'm get finished usually around 4, and then yeah, just same, like any parent. And then I come home, and it doesn't matter, like, because usually the hours generally, unless we're in the lives, are the same for we do it in that same window for the voice or whatever. So
How taxing is doing a daily talk show?
okay, I hate to say this because I know everybody keeps going, "Oh my God, you must be exhausted." It's really not. Like I really love it. I think mostly because I love everyone that I work with there, and everyone's so kick ass at their job that I don't have to worry about anything. So, and I love talking. I mean, you get it. It's easy to talk to people. So, and my hours aren't these hours. So I got to be on. So, so that's way easier. So, no, and I get to do music. My band's there. It's a different kind of talk show. So it's a really like fun, like awesome gig. I think the hardest part of it is I'm such an emotional person. Like I cry like every day because we have all these really cool people on the show and just doing some amazing things. And the news is hard sometimes. So it's like cool to like be surrounded by these really rad people that come on the show that are like really trying to make humanity better. So it's that's the hard part because I'm just like, oh, I'm drained. But it's in a good way.
Before I get to the Christmas record, I want to talk about you singing at the beginning of your show. Are there some days where you're like, I just don't want to sing?
Oh my God, yes. What? Yeah. And those days, I just, you just put your best foot forward. It's mostly like, I'll be honest with you. It was last week. I have never seen Alanis Morissette in concert, and she came to the Bowl, and me and my friends were like, oh my God, like live shows are back. Like we messed it up. We had such a good time, and we had this little box kind of to ourselves too. So that was cool. But I sang harmony at the top of my lungs, like my 13-year-old self was living her best life and out in the cold air. And then the next day I was like, oh, like, and I had to come back to work and sing. And I was like, so we're going to do everything in Tony Braxton's keys. I was like, my voice is shot. And it's really awesome because they learn that we get a ton of karaoke sent in, like requests from people. So I can at last minute sometimes have a switch and go, oh my God, can we do something where I can sound kind of wrecked and worn and it sounds fine? And then we kind of have to maneuver a little bit, but that happens every now and then. I mean, good gosh. I mean, do you always want to talk to people every day?
No. No. Sometimes I don't want to talk at all. Yeah, you're right.
I know. It's like silence.
The Christmas album's out today. When Christmas comes around, when did you record this, and did you have to do one of those setups where you make it look like Christmas in March?
Well, it was actually very sweet. I recorded most or like half of it, I guess, at my TV studio because that's where my musical director, he has a whole like studio setup. So, and he produced half the album, which he's produced a ton of stuff for me before. And then I also Jesse Shatkin's house. I don't think he decorated it all, but I don't really have to I'm like such a child at heart when it comes to stuff. I close my eyes and I'm in Wonderland. So I don't really have to think too hard at that. I think the thing that was hard for me with making this Christmas album was, man, I hope people aren't wanting Wrapped in Red because I was at a different place when I put that album out. And so this album really does have there's an emotional kind of journey on it. So, there's some like hard to listen to songs that are some real raw messages. And then there's some classics that are like fun and uplifting. And it's, excuse me. And it's also, there's some sarcasm. And it's just kind of, I told my label, I was like, look, I was like, you want me to make a Christmas album, not particularly feeling jolly. So I was like, it's a very honest album, even though it's a Christmas one. And that's why I called it When Christmas Comes Around, because when it does come around, we can be in very different places and all those places are valid and okay. Obviously I hope people relate to the more happier tones, but sometimes they don't.
I want to play a little bit of Glow, which has our buddy Chris Stapleton on it, and then I want to ask about this specifically. So here's some of Glow.
Nothing has changed. I still wish you could be wrapped up in my arms, spending Christmas with me. When it gets cold.
So when you go
I
to
have a duet with Chris Stapleton. I just wanted to remind you.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I know you have a song that you've done with Brett, and you have a song with Ariana when you're talking about duets. But for me, when I see the Stapleton duet, I'm like, man, that's super cool. Were you extremely pumped to get a yes from that?
I have the funniest story that I actually haven't told anyone yet. But I was so excited. And so excited. He turned around so fast too after I asked him. And I honestly wasn't expecting him to say yes. I mean, I just feel like everybody asked him to sing, and I get, really nervous about asking because I've been turned down a lot, honestly, with singing with people. So I got really nervous, and I was so excited he said yes. And he, like I said, he turned the music around so quickly, and his voice is just magical. Oh, but I made this whole video like outside my Jesse Shakin studio because I was listening to it, I got it, and I like literally sounded like a child on a roller coaster. And I made this video and I sent it to Chris. And I was like just so happy because it just sounded so amazing. And we texted back like, nonstop, and then I didn't hear after the video. I was like, oh my God, he's like stage 5 cleaner. He's like, but I literally was so happy. I think, there are few artists. I love a lot of artists, but I mean, there are a few artists that really move me, that make me like want to be a better singer and make me want to like do better, and inspire me creatively. And he's one of them, and has been since before everyone knew him. And we were both at some event, and I think he was playing with the steel
Drivers. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, he was playing with the Steel Drivers, and I was like, who the hell is this? And we were both at some event, and I've just, since that moment, I remember sitting at the Grand Ole Opry and in that seat going, oh my God, this guy is like one of the most talented singers I've ever heard. And I'm just so excited, like, one, that he's had such an amazing career and still is, and then also that his amazing freaking voice is harmonizing with mine.
The album When Christmas Comes Around is out today. It's 15 tracks. It's all Christmas. But when is it okay to listen to Christmas music in your house? When do you start?
I'm different. So I like Christmas in June, man. So I don't listen to it like nonstop or anything, but I will like all of a sudden be like, I need to feel good. I'm gonna turn this mood around, and I will put on some Bing Crosby or some, Alanis, or not Alanis, Mariah. Sorry, I just went to her concert. To Mariah Carey's Christmas, which is an amazing album. To like, I'll do it just to like kind of turn my mood around. So I love Christmas music. But I mean, if we're being honest, it's October, so we should probably get through Halloween and like Thanksgiving first. But it's like, I guess I get it. They're releasing music a little earlier because by the time it comes out, you only have so long to maybe listen. So I don't know, maybe they're wanting people to pregame before the season starts. I don't know.
Kelly Clarkson's on with us. I've got a few questions I've just always wanted to ask. So if you can bear with me for a second, because some of these are really old questions. Did you know before the 40-Year-Old Virgin came out that Steve Carell was going to yell your name at the chest waxing scene?
No, I found out, and I was actually going to see a movie at the movie theater, and that was a preview. It was a preview for that movie, a trailer, and we were sitting down. We came in late because like, I got to get concessions, popcorn, M&Ms. It's got to happen. So we were late getting to our seats. And as I was sitting down, I was like, what? And I looked over because I was like, and I thought somebody in my group had said my name. I was like, did somebody just yell my name in the theater? I was so confused because it was we were walking in and sitting down, and I wasn't paying attention to what was happening on the screen yet. And then when we were leaving, there were people stopping me, and they're like, did you hear? That was your name. He yelled your name. And I was like, what? And I didn't understand what was happening. And I'll tell you what, no matter what I do in my career, I could find the cure to cancer, okay? And no one will remember anything as much as they'll remember my name. He yelled while getting waxed. It's the one thing when I met Steve, I was like, you have set me up for failure, man. I could do nothing to top this.
Kelly Clarkson's on with us. When you're in the shower, do you feel like you're a better singer in the shower, much like we do?
100%. It's all that steam. It's amazing. I'm always singing Aretha in the shower. It sounds amazing singing it. But also, funny enough, I wrote a few of the songs on this record in the shower. I write a lot of my songs in the shower. I don't know why. It's an inspiring place. Do with that what you will.
I will. But I will pivot from that.
I know. There is, no segue.
A couple more. How soon, or has it already happened, where people are sliding in your DMs now?
Okay, here's the thing to know about me. The people in this room just laugh because like I didn't even know what a DM was for the longest time. I didn't even know that was a possibility. And then people would be like, I totally like sent you a message. And I was like, where? They were like, the DM. I was like, where the hell is that? I was like, I had all these DMs that I never saw because I had never checked it. And then I saw Social Dilemma. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
And it freaked me out. And I didn't want to be that guy in the film, the puppet. So I actually deleted my apps. And like what I do now is like it makes the process harder for my team, but whatever. It's something I had to do for my life because I didn't want to be on my phone all the time. I do it all in emails. If I'm at a concert, I'll like text Weiss, who's sitting right beside me, and I'll be like, hey, can you post this for me? Or like, and then they'll send me like a bunch of things to like respond to that fans are sending in or whatever. But that's like in an email that I can all get it done. I feel like I don't want to be that checked in all the time. So I know that sucks because I'm supposed to do that kind of stuff. But to all my team, I'm sorry again. But it was just one of those choices I had to make. So I don't see it.
Kelly Clarkson on with us. Her new Christmas album is out today. It's called When Christmas Comes Around. It's got some classics. It's got some songs that she has written. It's got Ariana and Stapleton and Brett on there. So I hope you guys check it out and start playing it today. You have permission as soon as Halloween hits to start playing it. All right, Kelly. Hey, good to talk to you. Thank you, and I hope you're doing well.
Hey, you too, man. And if this happened to be one of the days you didn't want to talk, my bad.
Bye, Kelly.
Bye.
This is a Bobby Bones show.